Prompt was to write about some place, pick a place, so I picked my garage roof. Second thing was to write about something that would never happen in that place, and the thing that would never happen in that place is that I would never kill myself ever. So I wrote about killing myself on my garage roof, but it won't happen, so.
With that said.
With that said, it's called Killing Myself on My Garage Roof. And I hope you guys have read The Stranger, and if you haven't, I hope you have at least heard the myth of Sisyphus, so. I could sit stationed under a thunderstorm, a gun in my fist. No, forget the gun. A do not disturb sign tacked onto my back. No, forget the sign. I could sit stationed under a thunderstorm, a book erect from my wrist, reading Albert Camus' The Stranger. I could sit like Meursault, a gun in fist, but instead of the sun cutting me like a knife, it could kiss me like the wound it could inflict. No, forget the sun. Forget beauty. Forget every moment before this one. Forget which direction is up. I could sit stationed under a thunderstorm, the lightning laughing at my back, a death threat in my chest, reading The Stranger by Albert Camus. I could kill myself. Seems easy enough. Everything is so gray, so maniacal. The rain makes suicide simple enough. Forget sunsets, I am a stranger. Emotionally detached and anomic, watch the sky turn to velvet and the streets shoot themselves empty. Camus writes existentialism into the gun erect from my wrist. I know that suicide is not an answer, but I am still looking for what is. And I have read the myth of Sisyphus, the tortured punishment of repetition. There is a boulder that sits at the bottom of a hill. I know I am strong enough for this. I can push the boulder up, up, never stopping till the top. I know too much. It is easy enough. The hard part is the way that it rolls back down, the sound of a gun. I am still trying to understand it all. I try to understand optimism without hope. Try to understand how I could sit stationed under a thunderstorm, disturbed but not disturbing anything. Try to understand why each raindrop feels like the keys of a typewriter pounding into my back, the water spooling around my body like black ribbons. Sit stationed on a piece of paper, the first typewriter Camus ever used. You could feel the ink in my spine. You could read my skin like a book, like The Stranger. When you flip the pages, it could feel like suicide. The thunder is mocking me now. I could sit stationed under a thunderstorm, ignoring Albert Camus. I don't understand why the lightning is laughing. I don't understand why the sun isn't shining, why there is a gun in my hand that feels too much like a boulder, why I am crying on a stranger's shoulder. Think of all the places I could be right now. Every sunset I could see, or how many times I could read the myth of Sisyphus without ever understanding why there is a gun wrapped around my fist. It seems easy enough to die. The keys of life are pounding like a typewriter. I don't understand why I am still living, why I have not given up when I have forgotten which direction up is. I know emotion. I know the motion of a death threat when the sky is pointed at my head. I could be stationed under a thunderstorm that looks at me like a stranger. I am trying to understand Camus, why I am holding this gun like a rock with the sun to my back. Suicide is just a lack of understanding. I am trying to see optimism without hope. It is too easy to die never knowing myself. I am a stranger, stationed under a thunderstorm. There is no gun. There is no sunshine, no suicide, just a book in my fist filled with words, too holy to be covered in the blood of not knowing anything.
Daniel, your response.